Hello everyone, and welcome back to Behind the Bulletin, where hidden truths rise to the surface and the most unexpected revelations take center stage. Today, the entire internet is buzzing with shock and confusion after a surprising turn of events that no one saw coming. Unexpected statement. Yu Long's father reveals hidden details about young Mei Mei. Why did he choose to speak now? What exactly did he reveal? And why is this statement sending shockwaves across every corner of the fandom? Stay with us, because what we're about to uncover will change everything you thought you knew. Let's dive in right now. No one expected the silence to break, not after everything that had happened. Not after the chaotic live stream. Not after young Mei Mei's mysterious disappearance and sudden reappearance in the spotlight. For weeks, the story had spiraled into an uncontrollable storm of rumors, half-truths, and unanswered questions. But on a quiet morning, when the world least expected it, an announcement from an unexpected figure detonated across the internet. Yu Long's father had spoken. The headline hit like a thunderclap. Yu Long's father releases an official statement. The moment it appeared, social media froze. People didn't click the article, they crashed it. Servers lagged. Forums melted down. The fandom, already fragile, braced itself for impact. For years, Yu Long's father had been a silent figure, present but distant. Respected but unseen. He avoided interviews, refused media appearances, and never involved himself in his son's career. It made his sudden decision to speak all the more terrifying. And then came the statement. Millions read it, but no one understood it at first. His words were cryptic, loaded, almost trembling beneath the surface. He spoke of pressure, misunderstandings, buried concerns, and a truth he had carried too long. But the sentence that sent shockwaves across the world was the final one. You have judged young Mei Mei unfairly. There are things she never revealed, things that even my son never understood. In minutes, young Mei Mei hidden details was trending globally. News anchors scrambled for breaking news coverage. Fans demanded clarity. Critics speculated wildly. And through the chaos, one chilling question echoed everywhere. What did Yu Long's father know? That night, a live press conference was announced. Cameras filled the hall hours before he arrived. Security tightened. Journalists rehearsed questions nervously. Tens of millions waited online, refreshing screens until their fingers numbed. Then he entered. He looked older than expected, shoulders heavy, eyes shadowed by years of unspoken truth. He sat before the microphones. The room didn't just fall silent, it froze. He cleared his throat slowly, as though each word carried the weight of a collapsed world. I never intended to speak publicly, he began. But recent events have forced me to break my silence. The reporters leaned forward. He continued, you have all seen the chaos surrounding my son and young Mei Mei. You've seen the rumors, the fear, the accusations. But none of you know the truth behind their connection. A wave of whispers rippled through the hall. I must tell you something I should have revealed long ago. He reached for a small folder. Hands shook slightly, not from weakness, but from the gravity of what he was revealing. He opened it slowly. This, he said, is where everything began. The room held its breath. Of a past encounter, something that had occurred long before the public ever linked their names. A night when young Mei Mei had come to him privately with information she had discovered accidentally. Information that didn't just concern Yu Long. The entire structure surrounding him. Something she had been too afraid to reveal publicly, fearing the consequences for both of them. She wasn't trying to expose him, he said. She was trying to protect him. Reporters exchanged stunned glances. When she found out what she wasn't meant to find, she came to me first. Not to the press. Not to the public. To me. The hall erupted. The livestream chat exploded. As he spoke, it became clear, young Mei Mei hadn't been the cause of the chaos. She had been the shield. The one who saw the danger first. The one who tried to stop it. The one who carried the burden alone. But before he could reveal the full truth, he paused. His expression darkened, fear flickering behind his eyes. There are people who don't want this truth exposed, he said quietly. People with influence. With power. His voice lowered to a trembling warning. If I disappear after today, know that I tried. The room erupted into shouts. Cameras flashed. Security moved closer. The livestream comments rolled so fast they became unreadable. But he wasn't done. He leaned into the microphone. king with a calm that was more terrifying than any scream. And details about Yang Mei Mei are not what you think. She is not the villain. She is not the cause. She is the only reason the truth hasn't destroyed us already. Others begged for clarity. Fans sobbed in the chat. It spun out of control. And then, with a voice barely above a whisper, he ended part 1 of the truth. Everything you've seen is only the surface. He stood. Security escorted him away. And the world erupted into chaos once more. The statement became one of the most turbulent nights in online history. Rumors collided like storms. Media channels scrambled for airtime. And every analyst tried to decipher the cryptic message that Yulong's father had dropped like a bomb. But no one could have predicted what happened next. At midnight, an anonymous account uploaded a 36-second audio clip. The username was untraceable. Location hidden. But the voice, shaky, low, trembling, was unmistakably that of Yulong's father. "Don't have long," he whispered. "But there is something you must hear before they stop me." The world went silent. The clip continued. "There were signs, long before my son ever realized." Watching him. People manipulating events around him. And Yang Mei Mei, she discovered a pattern. A pause. A breath. A trembling exhale. She came to me because she knew my son wouldn't believe her. Trusted the wrong people. And those people wanted to use him, for influence, for control. For something far bigger than fame. The next words sent chills through millions. Mei Mei wasn't exposing my son. She was trying to expose them. The audio cut out for 2 seconds. Replaced by a sharp noise, like someone knocking. Thing hitting the floor. Then the voice whispered again. "If anything happens to me, protect her. She knows too much." The clip ended abruptly. Minutes, hashtags exploded across every platform. "Where I sign Yulong's father. Protect Yang Mei Mei." The hidden truth. People began rewatching Mei Mei's past live streams. Analyzing every tremble in her voice. Every hesitation in her words. Suddenly, her fear made sense. Suddenly, her warnings felt prophetic. Then, something even stranger happened. A new message appeared on Mei Mei's official account, her first post in days. It read, "He told the truth. There is more." No explanation. No video. No context. But it was enough to plunge KBs into a full-scale meltdown. 14 a.m., a second post appeared. "I didn't want to reveal this. But now I have no choice." Fans begged her to stay safe. Reporters begged for interviews. Agencies issued emergency statements denying involvement. The entire industry trembled, waiting for what she would reveal next. Then, at 2:30 a.m., she went live. The screen was dark at first. Then Mei Mei appeared, breathing hard. She's reflecting exhaustion and determination. "Yulong's father wasn't lying," she said. "But he didn't tell you everything." She held up a folder, identical to the one Yulong's father used earlier. "Is what they wanted to bury." Her hand shook as she opened it. "I did all this to hurt Yulong? You think I wanted chaos? No. I was trying to stop the people who were using him. Who built an entire system behind his back." She paused. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "They came after me when I refused to stay quiet." A chilling silence fell. "And now, they're going after him." She looked directly into the camera. Fear and resolve blending into one. "I'm telling you this because I don't know how much time I have left. But you must hear the truth." She leaned closer. "You saw, what you think you know, is only the beginning. The real story starts with a name you've never heard." If chat exploded. But before she could reveal the name, the screen flickered violently. Her eyes widened. Steps echoed behind her. "No," she whispered. The live stream cut instantly. Millions stared at a blank screen. Hearts pounding, breath frozen. Where in the darkness, the truth was still unfolding. The world knew one thing. This story was far from over. The screen remained black far too long. Millions watched in paralyzed silence, waiting for the live stream to reconnect, praying it was only a technical glitch. But deep down, one felt it, something had gone terribly wrong. Then, at 3:02 a.m., a single notification flashed across Mei Mei's account. "I'm safe. For now." 4 words, but enough to send the entire internet into chaos again. Before anyone could react, another line appeared. "They tried to shut me down. They failed. Speculation erupted instantly. But before theories could fully ignite, a third message appeared, this time accompanied by a blurred photo. It showed a hand gripping the edge of a folder, the same folder she'd held during the live stream. And below it, a final line. "Same day fear is inside." The world froze. Was she going to reveal it? Was she hinting at something bigger? Or was this her last warning before disappearing again? Exactly 1 minute later, Yu Long's father resurfaced, not in person. A recorded voicemail leaked anonymously to media outlets. His trembling voice whispered, "Protect her. And whatever happens, let the truth die." That single message reignited the fire. Mobilized. Media declared an emergency news cycle. Bees entered full lockdown mode. And in the middle of the frenzy, Mei Mei posted one final, chilling update. "If I can't finish this, someone else will." No name. No explanation. Closure. Just a promise. And the terrifying certainty that the story had only reached its halfway point. As the final message faded into silence, the world was left suspended between fear and expectation. Nothing was resolved. Yet everything had changed. The shadows behind the truth had grown sharper. The danger more real. And the mystery far deeper than anyone could have imagined. One thing became clear, young Mei Mei was not running away, she was preparing for a bigger fight. Her courage ignited something powerful across the fandom. Who once watched passively now stood united. Determined to keep the truth alive no matter who tried to bury it. Though uncertainty hung heavy over KBs, hope began to flicker beneath the chaos, the hope that the truth, once started, would never be silenced again. Everyone who followed this turbulent journey, who refused to look away, who supported through fear, confusion, and shock. Thank you. Thank you for staying with the story even when it hurt. For protecting the voices fighting in the dark. Thank you for believing that truth matters, even when it risks everything. This chapter ends here. The path ahead remains unwritten. And when the next revelation comes, you'll be the first to know.